Warning: the following presentation will be absolutely despised by both spineless progressive male feminist allies and neckbeard MGTOW incels alike, and will very likely be taken down by Zuckerberg any minute now. Why don't you have a girlfriend? No bullshit. Tell me the truth. Why do you really not have a girlfriend? And don't give me any excuse like I'm waiting for the right person, or I have really high standards, or I just got out of a relationship and want to be single for a while. That is the kind of things guys tell themselves when they are terrified to admit the truth. The truth being that there is only one reason they do not have a girlfriend. They can't get one. Yes, cannot get a girlfriend. Not one you really want anyway. Otherwise, you'd have one, right? Or you'd be getting busy with some hot busty blonde right now instead of watching this video. But it's okay. That's exactly why I'm here. And I was exactly in your shoes not too long ago. I was chronically single and not the fun player type of single. In fact, I was crushingly lonely, completely unable to get a date with a woman I really wanted, getting flaked on left and right, getting friend-zoned by the few women I worked with or knew, and watching buddies of mine get great girlfriends effortlessly while I was left wondering, why not me? Sometimes I'd settle for women I didn't really like, or was even embarrassed to be with. Or for long periods of time, I would just be alone entirely, not being able to get the girls I thought I was too good for. But I solved this problem 100%, and I am going to do the same thing for you, because in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you a crazy trick I discovered that will make even the hottest women desperately want to date you, make out with you, and have blazing bed-breaking sex with you, and obsess over you so hard you'll wonder if you just created a stalker. And I'll help you prevent that because that can't happen with this method. You'll find that they are now viciously competing for you. In fact, they won't have any choice, because what I'm going to show you activates a tiny part of a woman's brain that associates any man who activates it to the man she's been fantasizing about ever since she was a little girl. More on that in a second. So it doesn't matter if you're not classically good looking, or if you're nowhere near 6 feet tall, or have a gut that hasn't seen the inside of a gym in 3 years. And it doesn't matter if you've been in a complete sexual drought and haven't felt the inside of a pussy since Obama was first elected. The fact is, once you activate that dormant, subconscious part of your mind, a woman becomes a fierce, sexy cave woman that is trying to mate with the leader of the tribe. This is because you're speaking to a primal, unconscious part of her nature that has existed for hundreds of thousands of years in human evolution. And she does not know it exists, and certainly does not know how to turn it off. So once you flick that switch, it's a done deal. But before I tell you how to flick that switch inside of her, I warn you that this is a very controversial method that a lot of people disagree with. People who have shared secrets like this have been kicked off Facebook and other major websites. In fact, this video may not be up for very long at all, because we live in a very politically correct culture, where absolutely anything that sounds like it's manipulating a woman will get shut down by hosting companies, social media platforms, or any other company that wants to protect its reputation. So don't think you can necessarily come back here tomorrow. This video could be long gone by then, and honestly, I don't know how you would get this information ever again. Right now, you're just 5 minutes away from unlocking the keys to the castle and being able to flick a switch and activate a lady's fierce sexual cavewoman mode, where she will viciously take down any woman in sight to be with you. And if you miss this chance, well, you'll most likely be in the same situation you're in right now, alone, like I was, sad, horny with no options and no solution in sight. And potentially this could go on for a long time, since I have not seen this method taught anywhere else. So keep watching this video until the very end, and I'll do my best to keep it quick. Deal? Now, this dormant subconscious part of a woman's mind was originally discovered by psychologist Nancy Friday. She called it a love map, a subconscious blueprint of the kind of man a woman responds to emotionally. This subconscious blueprint usually begins to take form in her mind at an early age, and is based on her early experiences with the opposite sex. You know that saying about how women grow up to marry someone like their father? That's partially true, not in how the men look, but in the emotions a man makes her feel. Those warm and fuzzy feelings that feel just like home to her, where she can't help but surrender into a puddle of goo when that man shows up into her life. Where she looks at him with those big deer in the headlight eyes and longingly says, "Do we know each other?" This love map has been found again and again for the last 40 years to be the single determining factor in whether a woman sexually desires a man and sees him as a potential lover, or throws him in the dustbin of "let's just be friends and you're just a nice guy." But when she decides this is a man I must have, all logic goes out the window. And it doesn't matter if he's fat, balding, old, and smells like gym socks. I'm going to show you exactly how to tap into this love map in just a second. But first, let me give you the backstory of how I stumbled into this, because otherwise none of this will work. My name is Pat Ananda, and I grew up in Montreal as the typical nice Catholic boy. My parents always raised me to treat women with respect, buy them flowers, hold the door open, and always be polite. I would even be afraid to swear in front of a woman. So when I was growing up, I did everything I could to be the most considerate and kind person to others. I figured that if I was the nicest guy a girl knew, I would be the obvious choice to be her next boyfriend. It wasn't until I graduated college and got my first job in a marketing agency that I learned that being a nice guy wasn't only not helping me at all, it was literally repelling women. I always seemed to have a few girls hanging out with me at work, or were just friends of friends, but they would never even think of dating me. Once, while we were sitting in the booth at a bar for a female friend's birthday, one of my buddies suggested I give her a birthday kiss. She laughed so hard her vodka Red Bull shot out of her nose. That was pretty painful. And only more so because when I met the guys these women dated, I never understood why they chose them over me. Most of the time, these guys were either jerks, or there just wasn't anything special about them at all. What does he have that I don't? My female friends would say things like, I don't know, there's just something about him. Later, I realized these guys had all unknowingly activated the woman's love map. And that's why they all had these fun, attractive women interested in them all of the time, while I was stuck being the nice friend. But it would be a long time before I was able to put the pieces together and do this myself. I had to fight so hard to even get a single date, and most of the time, the woman would say something afterward like, "You're cool, but I think we'd be better as friends." Then at age 23, I stumbled across a book called The Game. I read it cover to cover in 2 days and went out to pick up women and see if it worked. And things did get better, somewhat. I was able to get a phone number here and there. Sometimes I'd even get a date. Most of the time, though, things would just fizzle out, as the girl could tell I was trying a bit too hard. For the next 5 years, I spent thousands of dollars trying to fix this problem. I went to workshops, boot camps, seminars. I tried working on my inner game confidence, my outer game techniques. I was getting better at meeting women, but improving just so slowly. At this rate, I would never be able to get a hot girlfriend that I was actually thrilled to be with. It was starting to look like I would just have to settle for a woman who was just okay, and that I was mildly attracted to. Not everyone can have the best women, right? One night I was at a bar, talking to a really pretty blonde named Judy, when another guy stepped right in front of me and tried to steal her from me. I was prepared for this because I had read on the internet about how to out-alpha other guys and show that I was the dominant man. I joked with her, "Oh, look at this tough guy here. Only needed 2 whiskeys to come up and say hi. This is a big day for him, Judy." She laughed with joy, and I knew I was in. She turned to face me and ignored the other guy, who started to get mad and said to her, "Yeah, I'm just trying to be like this guy here. He's been hitting on every woman in the bar, so he must think you're real special." This went back and forth for about 5 minutes until the girl went off to dance with her friends. I walked to the bar and slumped in my seat, frustrated that my best shot at meeting a woman tonight was thrown away by that guy interrupting. Some Dutch guy was sitting next to me and said, "You look like you're having a hard night, mate. Want a drink?" I smiled and said yes. He got me a beer, and I told him. It was going so well until that guy stepped in. He said, "That's what you're doing wrong, man." I said, "What? What else was I supposed to do?" He said, "You're missing the point. Out of you 3, who's the prize in that situation?" I patted my chest and said proudly, "I'm the prize." I knew from all my self-help reading that I was supposed to believe in myself. "Nope," he said without even blinking. First, I thought this guy was just being a jerk, but I felt he had more to say, so I asked him what he meant. "You 2 are fighting for her, right? If that's the case, who's really the prize?" I hesitated and finally admitted, "She is, I guess." "And even if you win, who's the prize?" "She still is," I agreed with a sigh. "And suppose you did get her. How much power in that relationship do you think you'd have if you and her knew you had to beat a bunch of other guys to get her to go out with you?" I couldn't argue because it all made sense, but I was still angry because I didn't want to hear it. "Look at them," I blurted out as I spun around in my bar stool and pointed to a group of beautiful women standing on the other side of the bar. "It's not like they're coming over to meet me. What else am I supposed to do?" The paradox was that if I acted like I was the prize and didn't bother trying to meet women, then nothing would happen. I'd just be alone and playing video games all night. But there was truth to what he said. When I did try to hit on women I liked, I was giving my power away right out of the gates. He laughed at my confusion and said, "It's easier than you think, mate. When you get a chance, look up a gal named Nancy Friday." With that, he got off his stool and left the bar. I never saw him again. I was embarrassed about what he had said to me and wanted to just shrug it off and think, what a jackass. He probably doesn't do well with women either. But something inside me told me he did in fact do well with women, even though I couldn't quite place it. When I got home, I looked up Nancy Friday, and it turns out she is a psychologist, and she wrote countless works about female sexuality. Not about romance, Sexuality. I'm talking those deep, subconscious urges and desires even the coldest female CEO feels but suppresses. Those desires that are hardwired whether our PC society likes to admit it or not. She compiled all of her data in her famous book called My Secret Garden, which was a collection of therapy sessions with her female patients that were guaranteed anonymity. And once they knew no one would ever find out, they started to share their deepest desires in the most explicit details imaginable. I was shocked at what I read. As a good Catholic boy, I never knew how much women wanted sex, how much they enjoyed it. I was even more surprised to find out that this wasn't a matter of luck or good genetics. But there was an exact science and biology to what makes women decide that it's okay to act out their desires with a man. In fact, when a man triggers a woman's love map, she can't help herself but chase after him. I have been so used to assuming that it's always the man that pursues the woman, but in fact, it's often the opposite. It turns out that biologically, when a man triggers a woman's love map, women are wired to brutally and relentlessly fight each other to grab the best man out of the tribe. This includes not just making themselves look nice, but directly trying to ruin the reputations of other women in the tribe, so they can be the top contender in the mating process. And the women can be far, far crueler to each other than men are, in terms of competing for a mate, so it shows how powerful this biological property can be. I was stunned to find out that a lot of this research has been suppressed for decades by male researchers, simply because they did not like the idea that women could be so vicious when trying to mate with their dream man. A lot of people preferred the traditional view of women being passive and submissive, I guess. Once I figured this out, I started looking into what it takes to get a woman obsessed over a man. There are a number of traits that women naturally like, but there's one surefire way to get a woman interested, and that's by triggering her love map. There's a biological reason for this. There are a lot of ways that slowly get the part of the woman's subconscious mind to activate, by having certain qualities a woman likes, like good looks, wealth, height. But that wouldn't work for me. I'm not the best looking guy, I'm a little below average height, and I definitely am not rich. So I needed to go a different route. The question that haunted me for days and nights, for months on end is, how do I flick that biological switch in a woman's mind so she sees me as the prize? How do I put her in instant I must have him mode, in a silent, primal way, where she just knows I'm the one she wants? That was the hardest part, being able to flick the switch without having the looks or the money or the status to do it. It took me a long time to crack the code, but I finally did it. It took me years to master, but I finally figured out the solution, one that I call the charm formula. When I figured this out, first, I took care of my own needs. I had plenty of fun, light physical relationships, and then started focusing on finding the type of woman I truly wanted to be with. Other male friends started noticing these changes in me and began asking for help. Before long, I was holding coaching sessions and small group classes to help other men with this. And now, I want to help you get a girlfriend too. And that's with the charm formula. The charm formula is a simple 3-part strategy that can take women you'd love to be with, even if she feels completely out of your league, and turn the tables so she starts doing everything she can to be with you. The first part of the plan is putting yourself in a situation where the woman you want is talking to you, and maybe even thinks you're just another schlub hitting on her. Then, without her even seeing you do anything at all, you trigger her love map. It's like a dog whistle that only the subconscious part of her mind can hear, and it instantly associates you with the kind of man she's been craving ever since she was a little girl. Then, without her realizing it, she suddenly starts getting thoughts like, who is this guy? I need to make sure he has my number before he walks away. I really hope he's single. Probably not, but there's a chance. I better grab him off the market before some other girl does. And the best part is, she won't think that you did anything to convince her. And you did this again and again to different women you meet, forming a pool of women that want to go out with you. And you sort of put them into a funnel. You have dozens of women who want to go out with you from using the charm formula. And you pick your favorites out of that bunch. Now, you have 10 to 15 women you can go on second or third dates with. From there, you have about 5 to 8 women you can keep dating or just have sex with. And from there, you pick your favorite, and that one becomes your girlfriend. Done. And if she's everything you've hoped for, you can enjoy a wonderful relationship. Or you can just restart the whole process and start dating again. The great thing is that once you've gone through this whole girlfriend funneling process even once, you will have multiple girls left over that you can still casually date or sleep with. If it doesn't work out with your new girlfriend, you'll never be desperate for another woman again, because you always know you have somebody who wants to be with you. New women you meet can smell this, and it makes them want you even more. You get to enjoy the rich get richer effect, where women you want will know instantly you have other women in your life. You don't have to even be consciously using the charm formula anymore, because now it's on autopilot. It's still a game, but now they are the ones playing, each one competing to prove that she's worthy of being the special woman in your life. See, if you learn the charm formula, you'll have the special process to use the girlfriend funnel and all of the dating abundance with women you could ever want. You can go from having few or no women in your life to having an amazing selection of beautiful, sexy, incredible women, all hoping you choose them to be your girlfriend. And then you can decide if you really want to settle down or keep having fun dating. You may even find that once you have this many women wanting to be with you, that you're having so much fun that you might hold off on monogamy for a little while longer. And that is fine. The more you use the charm formula, the more and more great women you will be dating, and the higher your standards will rise. Believe me, you have no idea what kind of woman you truly want and can have until you've done this. And you can start this process tonight when you register for your own access to the charm formula. For your convenience, I've put the entire method in a special password-protected website that you can log on to get all of these secrets for yourself. No download needed. Just log in and start using it now. In it, you'll learn the exact 3-step process to go from meet to create an eager desire to making her your girlfriend as smoothly as possible, even if you currently don't know what to even say to women. The counterintuitive secret that can make even the shyest nice guy seem like a panty-drenching badass to women without having to be a jerk or pretending to be someone you're not. The truth about why women don't give a damn about looks. And how nice guys like us can use this to our advantage over taller, better-looking guys we used to lose out to. One teeny tiny body language tweak that makes women feel you when you walk into the room and practically claw at other women just to meet you. The simple 3-question checklist to troubleshoot how well you're doing with a woman in real time, so you never again hear, "I need to go find my friends," ever again. The Forbidden Garden in-depth look at female psychology and how you can position yourself as the man they crave without hitting the gym hard or flashing your wallet. Be careful with this. This is like giving dynamite to children, so it's for nice guys only. How to build an ecosystem of amazing women, choose your favorite to be your girlfriend, and never have to spend another Saturday night alone. The 2 fundamental rules all men should have when it comes to women. So they respect you, never walk all over you, and adore you long after you've met. One critical component that will virtually eliminate flaking and women that ghost you, even if you've been struggling with this for years. How to stay calm, cool, and collected, and even pass her craziest test, whether it's do you try to pick up every girl or I'm not going home with you, with total ease. How to know for sure if she bloomed and is ready to go home with you, date you, and be your girlfriend, so you never have to risk rejection again. How to make the charm formula work anywhere, from a crowded restaurant, a cafe in the daytime, or a noisy club, without anyone ever realizing what you're doing, so you can meet new and exciting women anywhere you go. Why learning tactics, interesting stories, and talking more is the worst way to get a woman interested. And the lazy man's way to get her absolutely enthralled without even opening your mouth. How to stand out from other men so she chooses you and only you, even if you're short and pudgy like me. The single biggest mistake even so-called naturals make that absolutely murders their chances with women. And how to use a simple, easy adjustment that almost instantly makes you more attractive to women, even if they previously wanted nothing to do with you. The easy fast-track method to make her want to go home with you, go on a date with you, or a second or a third. She'll even think it was her idea. And so much more. All of this will help you with the 3-part girlfriend funneling strategy that activates a woman's love map, so she starts pursuing you instead of the other way around. Number 1, get a woman to be truly interested in you. Number 2, make her see you as the man she's been craving since she was young. Number 3, go on a date and make her your girlfriend. To be honest, a lot of guys get so caught up in the first part that they forget to flick the switch that makes a woman go from interested to ravenously committed to having you in her life, whether it's as a casual bed partner or a boyfriend. And the best part, you never even have to lie or trick her. You just speak directly to her love map so she sees you as the man she really craves, and that she has to be with you. And as you do this, you now have numerous women chasing you for real. Then the women you start dating become even sexier and more amazing because the ones who win the competition for you have to be of such high quality. At that point, your job is to just pick your favorite out of the bunch. And that's what women all want anyway. Not a man who needs a girlfriend, but a man who chooses his favorite out of many women, based on who he truly wants. Can a simple 3-step system like this really make that kind of a difference in your game? You bet it can. Just listen to what these formerly average guys say. Jason said this. Going off the charm formula, it just dawned on me that I applied all 3. This girl was in the military. I've been thinking about joining the Navy. We connected deeply on that topic and among others. I named her Army doll and told her I was her Navy hero. We were in the middle of a crowd and she kept looking at me really closely. In my mind, I thought, she wants to kiss me. So we started kissing intently. Leading involves privacy, so I grabbed her by the hand and took her outside, and we went to the side of the house. How about this from Dave? He says, I've had 5 girls who asked me out in the past 3 days. This is bonkers. Talk about magnetic. I'm so tired. Who thought you could have too many options? I need to start handing out roses like The Bachelor. How about this review from Mike? He says, the date was fucking amazing, man. Can't wait to tell you about it. Exactly as I envisioned it. I'm in dreamland. This is amazing. I can't contain my excitement. I just want to fucking call you and share with you the experience. It was all thanks to your help this happened. Thanks a million. And this one from Chris. Pat, I cannot begin to thank you enough for what you've given me. I've turned into a new man. Applying the principles of your program to my life has taken me places and taught me things so far beyond my imagination. I got a second gust of confidence. And I've been crushing it at work and now having women throw themselves at me. I don't know what it is in your videos that does this. And I suppose thinking my way to an answer is fruitless, but I know it does. You have something special, man, seriously. And Alex absolutely loved the charm formula. Hey man, the course worked out perfectly. I still have quite a few videos to watch and I am still working through, but I totally got my outcome. Now these represent guys of all ages and all walks of life who are sick and tired of being alone all the damn time and want a girlfriend now. The only thing they did was put their doubts aside and give the charm formula a try. For some of them, it cost several $1,000s in personal lessons and was worth every penny. Look, I have to be honest. This isn't going to magically solve all of your deep-seated confidence issues, but it sure as hell will make it easy for you to meet, connect with, and get a great girlfriend fast. What you do after that is totally on you, man. Now, what might that be worth to you? To have a selection of wonderful, interesting, attractive women to choose from. To have dates lined up all week and your phone buzzing with women wanting to go out with you. And having great times in the bedroom as you continue on this journey. What might it be worth to you to attract and keep your absolute dream woman? The one that you really want and never having to settle. One that turns you on like no one else. That cares for you more than anything. And that you love doing activities with and doing fun things with. Honestly, that's the life I live now and I can tell you that it's priceless. There's a very good reason I'm telling you all this. You see, for years, the only way to learn this amazing 3-step charm formula was to hire me personally. I never come cheap. In fact, for the last 3 years, I've been charging $297 an hour to share the charm formula with my most exclusive clients, with a minimum of 8 lessons per package, meaning my average mentoring fee is $2,400. And that's if my calendar was even still open for new students. The value of the content alone is clearly in the thousands of dollars, not to mention the lifetime value of never having to worry about being alone again. But I don't want this to fall into the hands of only a select few, making it hard for the average guy to afford, leaving only my wealthy clients with this knowledge, or worse, letting the jerks and assholes get all the women. I don't want to be known as the rich guy's dating coach, because that just sounds sleazy to me. I think every good man should be able to have a great girlfriend, not just the rich or genetically gifted guys. And I think a lot of great women end up dating jerks because the good men are not learning what they need to do. I want to change all that. So let's make a deal. I'm going to leave this video up and test out this low-cost offer with just a few guys. And if good guys start to use this ethically to get an amazing girlfriend, then I'll leave this up. But if I start to see that this is falling into the wrong hands and is being used to harm women, then I'm pulling this off the market forever and going back to my outrageous fees for personal lessons. This means that if you're still watching this, the deal is on for now. This is an unbelievably exciting package designed so you don't have to risk a dime checking it out in your own home. What you get is an absolutely bottom line best 1 hour, 38 minutes in-depth video training on how to master the charm formula, recorded at one of my live trainings for a dozen of my most exclusive clients. You'll get to see the entire charm formula in explicit detail laid out and an easy-to-follow mind map that you can refer to whenever you need a quick refresher. You'll also get a downloadable PDF cheat sheet, so you can use the charm formula when you're out and keep track of your progress in real time. In short, you get the same functional format I use for my most exclusive clients, so you can meet more gorgeous women, have more toe-curling sex, get more dates, and get a girlfriend as fast as possible. With the added advantage of having it all in your pocket, so you can refer to it again and again until it becomes second nature while you're out there applying what you learn. So you'll know how to get an amazing girlfriend in an incredibly short period of time. As you already know, consulting with me isn't cheap. And let's face it, neither is paying for dating apps, dating sites, expensive dinners, events, drinks, and dates that go nowhere. All things considered, these bad habits could set a guy back over $1,000 per month. That's $12,000 over 1 year. So what do you think a fair price would be? $495 would be more than fair, considering all of the incredible bonuses I'm about to give you. And that's excluding the access of the training modules you get for life. But you're not going to pay $495 for this. You won't even pay half of that. You won't even pay $100. By ordering today only through this webinar, you'll get the entire original recording of the charm formula, the downloadable cheat sheet, plus 3 additional complete bonus products I'm about to share with you for only $47. Just click the button below to order right now. You can use your credit card. It's fast, safe, and 100% secure. 10 times more secure than using a credit card at your favorite restaurant. And within minutes, you'll have access to the full portal with all the secrets to building a circle of women, all competing to have the title of your girlfriend. Imagine what it would be like to have your pick of the women you desire most, and realizing that those women now desire you. Think about how awesome it will be when your friends see you walking around with an amazing woman. They might even pull you aside and ask, "How did you pull that off?" And imagine how nice it would be to wake up next to a woman you are truly happy to be with after a night of phenomenal sex, and knowing that you're going to have an incredible day with her. Click the button below to get this now. Plus, to make this even more of a win for you, I'm throwing in 3 phenomenal girlfriend-getting bonuses to absolutely make sure you attract the woman of your life in record time. First, you get the Jolt, my exact step-by-step approach anxiety annihilator system, so you can effortlessly strike up a conversation with anyone, even the most beautiful women. Its retail price is $47 and is packed with actionable, easy-to-use instructions to make approaches go smooth and fun. It's yours totally free with your investment in the charm formula and packaged into an easy-to-read PDF format so you can have it on your phone next time you see that cutie in the lineup at Starbucks and aren't sure what to do. Once you're in conversation with her, you'll be able to use what you learned in the charm formula to smoothly go from meet to connect to date. Here's what some of the guys who paid full price for it had to say about it. Steve says, "Oh my God, what have you done? You charged me £40 for a 20-page book. That's £2 per page, but the value of each page is infinitely more than the price. Tonight has just been effortless. I had a choice to meet not 1, but 5 different girls. I'm meeting 2 for coffee tomorrow and just dropped another one off. Her parting words to me were, 'If you kiss that good, imagine what the sex is gonna be like.' If I'd met you 30 years ago, I'd probably be dead by now. Have an amazing weekend. It looks like I'm about to." Richard says, "It's fucking addictive. Love doing the Jolt." Also, you'll get access to a 45-minute private coaching session recorded with my exclusive clients. So no stone is left unturned. No question is left unanswered, giving you an in-depth and almost instinctive understanding of how to apply the charm formula in any situation and still have it work for you. This session alone costs my clients $97 to attend, but it's my gift to you once you invest in the charm formula. Finally, you get 8 specially recorded HD videos, where I personally break down the core components of the charm formula from start to finish. Go deep into each fundamental piece of the puzzle so you can understand the dating matrix like never before and apply it to your life and start attracting brand new women or that cutie you work with who put you in the friend zone. Why did I break it up into 8 segments? Because it's the easiest way to absorb information. We're talking over an hour of minute detail and advanced understanding of each component of the 3-step system, so you can breeze through almost any hiccup when you're out practicing with real women that you can listen to on your phone while you work out or on your way to a date, valued at $297. But yours is my gift to you today only. So click below to get the charm formula, plus all 3 of these bonuses. Does any of this sound like it might be a pipe dream? Too good to be true. Then test drive the charm formula on me and don't risk a single penny. The charm formula has a 60-day, 100% money-back guarantee. Go through the entire program. It won't take you more than a few days, even if you only watch a couple videos a day. If it gets close to 60 days and you don't feel you are well on your way to having the dating life of your dreams, then just send an email and I'll give you every penny of your investment back. No questions asked. And you'll even get to keep my book, The Jolt, on the house, just because I want you to succeed. I'm not worried because I know that within 2 months, you'll either be dating someone amazing or having so much fun meeting new women that you won't be in such a hurry to have a girlfriend anymore. So click the button below and get started right now. Now, let's tally all of this up. You get the charm formula, originally valued at $297. The Jolt, retail price $47. The coaching tape, valued at $97. The advanced 8-video breakdown, valued at $297. Add all this up, and you get over $750 worth of amazing value, all for the unbelievably low price of $47. I can't make it easier for you than this. Click the button below and start your dating success right now. Now you have 3 choices in front of you. 1, you can do nothing. You can let your life continue exactly as it is, and most likely nothing will change. You'll have the exact dating situation you have right now, which, let's be honest, probably isn't great if you're watching this video. This will go on for not months, but years if you don't correct it. We all know that famous Einstein saying, doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results is the definition of insanity. But it is an option. Or you can try and hack the charm formula by taking what you've learned in this video and trying to apply it to your own life. Go read all those evolutionary psychology studies I did and see if you can create the same plan. That's what I call the hope and pray formula. Just ask how many of your guy friends have accidentally cracked the code and let me know how well that works out for you. Reverse engineering that stuff took years, and I would rather you just start dating amazing women now. And honestly, $47 is so low that I would have killed to learn all of the above for that price. If this part of your life is important to you, and believe me, it should be, then what you need to do is invest in yourself. How much is your love life worth to you? How much is your sex life worth to you? How valuable is your relationship happiness? To be able to have women in your life you can depend on who make you so happy that every day feels like an unwrapped gift. Is that not worth $47? $47 that is 100% refundable if you are not satisfied. I would hope you value yourself far, far more than that. Take the third choice, the right choice. Click the button below and get the charm formula. Within minutes, you'll be in your own password-protected web portal and be able to start going through the lessons tonight. Maybe you'll even be able to start meeting women tonight. I want you to have success with this, but you have to make the first move. I've done all I can do for you here. Until you do the right thing and jump into the charm formula. Click the button below, and I'll see you on the inside.